You're watching Drake Wing Gaming. Enjoy the video.
Hey guys and gals, Never here from Drake Wing Gaming. It's me on Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you with a Let's Play episode of Tian He Hui. Anyway, y'all, let's go ahead and jump right back in, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Whew, this should be it. Thank you for your help. It's nothing. These small jobs ain't too difficult. You guys are the ones who worked hard. Mosea, have you already finished your errands downstairs? Sure took you so long over such a tiny job. The dragon came over, and the first thing that came out of his mouth was a sarcastic remark straight to my face. It felt like a bucket of cold water poured all over my passion, extinguished in an instant. Seemingly just finished his job, he approached us while having a stack of files with him before tossing them at me suddenly, while I panically caught them before they touched the ground. You saw how Bayou did it. Now it's your turn to put these in the right place. Just follow what Bayou did earlier? If you don't understand after observing once, then what's your use here? Get on with it. Yes, sir. I don't know why, but after being stared at by Mosea, I had immediately assumed a stood-to-attention posture, exactly like how Tian He Hui acted before. Perhaps I just got intimidated by him. I quickly held out the files, looked at the tags with respective dates and address, then quickly recalled and analyzed how Bayou categorized the files. This one here, January, Lanhai City. So it should be placed on that cabinet over there. Can you handle this yourself? How about passing some of the files over and let me help you? There's no need, but thanks for asking. I already have an idea of how these are categorized after seeing you do it. Let me manage these myself. No matter what he tossed at me, I can't just roll over and get suppressed by his mistrust. If I'm staying here to help, then it's up to me to show my capability and prove him wrong. I'll do as you say, and make sure that these are perfectly organized. I held the files tightly and my arms began traversing between the shelves, putting the files into where they should belong in accordance with their labels. While I was working on this, Mosea and Bayou followed from behind, supervising me and ensuring that I've made no mistake. To be honest, being stared at like this feels a little awkward. Good grief, everyone starts from somewhere, small Mosea. Can't you just slightly lower your standards? You're being too soft here. Oh my god. Tex is new here, so naturally there are a lot of things he isn't familiar with. Give him some time to get used to our jobs. Those in the military force would like to disagree. They need to start risking their lives the moment they join. On the battlefield, there is no time for you to understand and get used to it. You aren't in the military force or on the battlefield either. Seriously, when can you change that bad habit of yours? Don't just bring whatever codes you're accustomed to from the military into here for crying out loud. Rules are rules. I looked at both of them exchanging words after words. The atmosphere gets increasingly awkward. It feels like the two of them were having an unnecessary argument back and forth while I got caught up deep within the center of the whirlpool. Just in time, I placed the last file folder onto the shelf. With an accomplished look, I clapped my hands while turning to them, hoping to distract the two from their petty argument. Alright, that's the last. Anything else? Not bad. All of them were correctly placed. You're a fast learner. Too slow. A couple of close calls during arrangements that was fortunately noticed in time. Would you be proud of yourself for this kind of performance? Then I'll make sure to do better on the next time. Why not aim for perfection in the first place? Don't be scared. Don't be scared, me. Bayou's here with me. I can trust his presence. I shouldn't be afraid of Mosea's intimidating aura. Nothing can be done to perfection. There will always be room for improvements for everything. What you said is indeed correct. I didn't finish this task perfectly. But what I can do is demand myself to be better every time I face a new challenge, and someday in the future I will make sure I earn your approval. Did he smile? Oh my god. Tex. At one moment, I don't know whether it's my eyes playing tricks on me, but I think I saw Mosea's mouth upturned a little. Even just for that one moment long, I definitely felt a change from his personal aura. Did he just smile? Did my eyes go blurry or what? Not bad, I suppose. Stay more focused next time. He actually said not bad. At least I can accept this as a compliment from him. I began smiling at the sight of his approval, and glee blossomed in my heart. What's with that dumb smile of yours? Look at you, clumsy and uncoordinated like a tortoise. How about training your hand-eye coordination more when you're free so you don't waste too much of my time next time? Alright, looks like my thoughts went ahead of me. That must have been an illusion. Maybe I could change the topic here. Sure feels like the atmosphere is getting too cramped and awkward. But what should I say? Saying the wrong thing will definitely make things more awkward. Think, Tex. Was I invite you about any special plans for tomorrow? By the way, do you guys have any plans tomorrow? If there's any mission, please tell me. Having such dedications to help is all good and fine, but it's unlikely both of us will have any missions tomorrow. Though Kurlno is going out tomorrow for a patient's appointment and Tian He Hui has his anonymous assignment. If you're willing to help, seek them out. I see. I do have some personal matters to attend to as well for tomorrow, which means I will be out for the day after the morning meeting. Oh, okay. I nodded, then turned to look at Mosiah. You can't even do your own things well enough. Why bother getting curious about others' plans? I'm not, just showing some care for you guys. I'll be ordering and picking up some new materials tomorrow afternoon. After saying something like that, you proceed to spill your plans for tomorrow. How unstraightforward are you? Oh well, looks like both of them won't be free for tomorrow. Aren't you going to tell us your plans? Eh? I am asking about your plan. Oh! I actually made that question on impulse just to change the conversation topic, but now that I think about it, I actually don't know what to do tomorrow. Maybe just a wander about the city? I'm new here. There's places I want to go. A fine and reasonable plan, but is it fine for you to go out alone? With that dumb head screwed on your neck, what will happen if you get lost? I wouldn't go about wandering alone if I were you. Am I that dumb in your eyes? Thinking back about the things that happened to you in Zhizhao, I am getting a little worried myself. Even Baiyu began laughing, making my face flushing red, though looking back, my lack of local knowledge in the Xi Kingdom did lead to a lot of dumb things yesterday. Why are you guys achieving consensus on that part? Alright, I won't laugh at you any longer. Why not ask the others tomorrow? See if anyone has the time to take you on a street tour. Seems like that's the best way. After listening to Baiyu's suggestion, the three of us came back to the table downstairs and sat on the stools next to it. Just then, I noticed the mess on the table. Not only was the ink and brush pot left haphazardly, several small folders of files were also left unkempt, seemingly unfinished in organization. Driven by innate curiosity, I felt like picking the files up and looking at them, but when thinking about the possibility of facing Mosiah's fury if I touched these without permission, I decided to control my hand. Things here on the table are past cases and assignments from different years and regions. Looks like these are cases from a year or two ago. Eh? If so, then these could serve as great inspirational writing materials and references. Maybe I should ask for Mosiah's permission to go through these files. Sorry to interrupt, but can I look through these files here, please? Without looking at me, Baiyu was able to read the intention behind my request, and Mosiah, whose mood improved since earlier, was willing to be lenient for once. These causes are ones that have been reported already. I believe letting you have a look poses no problems. Take your time and have a good look. They may become great boons for your writing. As long as you promise not to leak any cases or client-related information, then I permit you to have some rough look about. Thank you very much. I promise not to divulge any related information. Normally, people who say that are ones who can't keep a secret. Relax. I promise you I'm not that kind of person. But I am rather curious, with that wooden head of yours, what kind of inspiration you could come up with after browsing through these. Hopefully your written works in the future won't be disappointing. Ah! Start browsing, famous writer. I smiled. A smile appeared once more on his face, though unlike before, this current expression of his reflects something more of a mocking attitude. I give up. Might as well not bicker with him. Let me see here. Why are the file folders colored differently? Is it to the different level of severity behind each case's level of danger through the folder color? Feels like it's been a while since we've been here. It must be late already. Quick glimpse won't waste much time, right? The red folder. Case of the Yi family village? This one, huh? If I recall correctly, it was a disaster of heavy casualties, which is why we classified this here as most serious. It says here, chaos caused by bandits who raided the village overnight, committing murders, arsons, and looting. That's the story to the masses. In truth, if the heir of the Yi family chose not to provoke the bandits, this case wouldn't have developed to such a state at all. Why do you say so? This was quite a complicated case, actually. Mosiah, if I recall correctly, you and Tian He Hui were the ones assigned to handle this case, right? I suppose you should be more familiar with the case. The bandits sustained their livelihood by asking for road fees along the mountain roads from passerby. Yet living in the mountains comes with the constant risk of being attacked by demonic beasts. Thus their living conditions weren't decent at all. And as that eldest son of the Yi family returned from overseas, who lacked the ability to differentiate what people should and shouldn't do, he ended up becoming infatuated with the wife of the bandits' leader. Don't tell me. With love and interest to the lady at first sight, that man was determined to marry her. And so he sent his servants to the mountains and kidnapped the lady forcefully and anointed her as his concubine, causing the bandits displeasure. Since long ago, both the Yi family and the bandits had always viewed each other as eyesores. This kidnapping was just a mere trigger. With the following events intensifying, both parties finally snapped past the final line, causing the tragedy in this case. That bastard of a son from Yi family? Where's his common sense? How could the rich sympathize with the poor? To him, any woman of interest must be his, no matter the costs and means. And what happened afterwards? Naturally, this prince of the family didn't manage to escape, and everything that you see on the documents here is what happened. A tragedy. Even though this battle ended up with heavy casualties from both sides, the bandits managed to escape from the region. Due to the local reporting this, the royal court began to show interest in the case, and so assigned as Tian He Hui to handle the case. Feels like Mosea and Tian He is quite a combination. There's no problem in letting them two act together, right? With that blathering mouth of Tian He's and Mosea's strict and tantalizing personality, without someone as a medium, it feels like they will cause more troubles than it's worth. I continued to flip through the pages looking through the files, and found a yellowish newspaper page, and on it were these written in large words. Bandits attacked Yi family mansion and village for beauty of the century. Who's this beauty of the century? What's this? The news of the case? Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Anyway, I love you all, and I shall see y'all in the next video. And I hope y'all had a wonderful Easter. Bye-bye!